ready for the cutting. So I folded the fabric in half. I'm really nervous because once you cut, you can't really go back. So hopefully this goes well. So yeah, it's folded in half, lining up the, I forget what they're called, but those are the straight, on either side is where the roll was, so those are straight lines to use, so I made sure those were matching. I put the pattern on the centerfold, and I moved it down this way. So here's the thing, you remember how this doesn't have any seam allowances, plus it is cut to the short length, not the long length. This is my underlayer. It's going to be longer. So there needs to be a seam allowance on the side. We're going to do a seam right there. So that seam allowance comes here. So I moved my pattern down from the top of the fabric by a good 2 centimeters. It's more than enough. But it's, thanks for helping. So that's what this is going to take care of. So I didn't put this right up on against the edge. I moved it down by 2 centimeters. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace the waist and I'm going to cut it. And I'm also going to cut with a seam allowance along that side, and I'm going to go all the way to the edge of the fabric, and the length we're going to deal with later. The 2 layers are now pinned together with a tight row of pins so they won't move. And soon after I got my sewing machine, I got myself a cutting mat and a rotary cutter. I found out that for cutting, having the right tools was a must. I think what I'm going to do next is to start hemming, I'll start hemming just that side, simply because I don't trust my skills, so I want to try it out before I move on to the next layer. So I took this to my ironing board first and rolled it twice and pressed it. I'm finding out that gauze is really nice to work with when it comes to making rolled edges, because it's like paper. You fold it and it stays. So it doesn't fight you. Finished hemming each sides of the skirt for the underlayer, and the next step is going to cut the top layer. So I just finished doing the rolled hems on the two sides of the top layer. Turns out rayon is also really easy to hem. I had never worked with rayon before, so that was a good surprise. I was really nervous about the rolled hem. We'll have a lot to do at the bottom of the skirt, so this is voting pretty well. The next step is going to attach the two layers right at the waist.